Okay, now ma make small video for you. I pray make it help you in Jesus' name. This is my starting point line. This is the starting point. Then you now measure from here to here, chest line. Chest line, they know they divide them. Okay, this is chest line from here, starting point to here. That is chest line. You see where I write them? Chest line. I indicate them like this. You can write it full, you can write it short. So chest line from here to here, waistline. Now be this. From here again to here, hip line. You see where I write them? Hip line. From here to here, now be the full length. Then this one is sewing allowance. Anywhere where you want the length to reach, after you don't take your full length, you now add your sewing allowance to hem the down. It can be 1 inch, it can be 0.5, it can be 1.5, it can be 2 inches, it can be 2.5. Okay, all the measurements start from here. From here to here, chest line. From here to here, waistline. From here to here, hip line. From here to here, full length, then sewing allowance. Now this chest line, now you go put chest line. Now do one after the other. So from here to here, now shoulder measurement. Your shoulder divide by 2. Shoulder, now write am here. Shoulder divide by 2. Your shoulder divide by 2. For example, now 8 divide by 2, wetin e go give you? E give you 4. You place the 4 here, you place the 4 here, you measure from here to here, where the 4 end, you put point there. The same shoulder measurement where you place here to get this straight line here, to get this straight line, then you now measure the same thing where you measure here, you now measure it for the chest line here. Okay, so wetin I have here, now I measure for here, for this chest line. Okay, from here to here, you can also call am chest line or armhole line or armhole depth from here to here. Okay, so now wetin you get from your shoulder divide by 2, you take your measurement from here to here. If na fabric, you know say you go fold am into 2. This one I wan use one fabric now. I don cut, I will come back to the neck. So this one now, then you don measure your shoulder from here to here. Any answer wey you get, then you place it there. Where you don place am there, the same thing wey you place here, now you go see place this chest line here for you to get this straight line. Okay, so after you don get this straight line to the chest line, then from here you take your neck. As we say na small pikin, from here you measure 2 inches. You measure the width from here to here, 2 inches. From here you come down by, or can be 0.5 or 1 inch, anyone you like. Then you come down by half an inch or 1 inch to get this shoulder slope. Then this is your neck width. You now place your ruler, you now connect it like this. After you don't connect it, remember to measure. From here you measure go up 0.5. Oh my God. So from here, whether your slope end, from here to here you measure 0.5 go up. This line from here you measure go up 0.5. From here you measure 0.5 from where the neck end. For example, you end here, you measure 0.5. From here measure 0.5. From where the 0.5 reach, then you now connect. This one will become your sewing allowance. Always remember using one hand. So always remember to add this your sewing allowance. Okay, this is sewing allowance I add here. You now connect it. So this one apart. Now from here to here 2 inches. Okay, so you come down, you measure from here to here. It can be 2 inches, it can be 2.5, it can be 3 inches depth. This is the width. So to get for the back, after you don't get the width 2 inches, you come down from here to here 1 inch. Then you connect the 1 inch, you connect it like this to here. Then you measure again from here to here. Other 3 inches or 2.5, any neck where you want use. So then you connect it. You see the way I take connect at the back and the front. So after that, then you measure. You place your bust measurement here for the chest line. Your bust divide by 4. My indicator here. Bust round. Like this, educate bust round. Divide by 4. Divide by 4 equals to any answer where he give you. You place am here. Where you place am here, any east allowance where you want, you add your east allowance, you add your sewing allowance. That is this. So now it depends on what you want. So this one now the according to your gown where you want to say na A line gown. So now this is your waistline. So now here you go waist, you will place your hip, your waist round, anything you see like this, or waist circumference. Okay, you place your waist divide by 4 equals to wetin e give you the answer. You place it from here to here. You understand? You place it. You add your your east allowance, your sewing allowance. Then hip, your hip divide by 4. Hip round. This one na hip round though, not be the length. You see wetin I write here. Length, they no dey divide length. Wetin dey round, wetin you measure your waist round, your bust round, your hip round, now you go divide by 4. Okay, so now you place your hip measurement. After you don divide am by 4, any answer wey you get, you place am from here to here. You place it where you fall put, you put dot there. After the dot, from the dot you measure from here to any east allowance where you want add. If na 1 inch, if na 1.5, if na 2 inches, any inches. This place now where your normal measurement stop. So from here to here, you measure your east allowance. From here to here, you measure your sewing allowance. So now, the same thing, what you have here, you put it down here. If na A line you want sew, then where you divide your hip by 4, the answer, you place it here. Then you now add, you now say plus, you now add. Where you don't divide them by 4, you place your measurement. So any allowance, how wide you want here to be, if you want them to wide, maybe you can add 3 inches to it. For example, from here to here, 3 inches. From here to here, 1 inch for sewing allowance. If na 2 inches you want add, from here to here, 2 inches. From here to your sewing allowance. So the same thing where you get here, now you go place here. So if you want add everything together, that means after your hip divide by 4, you place it. You now add 2 inches or 3 inches or 4 inches. It depends on how you want that to be. Now, you now connect this one like this. To connect, you connect these two like this. You see I say here wide. You see the way it be now. Then you connect this one. You connect this one now. Come like this. I'm using one hand. Come like this. You dey see am? Not let am sharp. Oh, you connect them like this. This one also, you connect it. You connect your measurement like this. You see am? So the way here sharp like this, you cover very well. Make it not sharp too much. You dey see am? So this is A-line gown. Okay? This is A-line gown. Now so they take they do am. So I made this one. See help you. So now to cut the sleeve, I explain for the sleeve. This one where you use now. From this armhole depth where you use. For example, say you want cut baby sleeve. The way you take cut for adult sleeve, now so you see cut for baby sleeve. From here to here, let's assume say you use from here to here, you see the way I curve here first. This place when I curve like this, after coming down for this one. So from here to here, you now mark the center. You now go inside by 0.5. You now get this curve. So this curve wey I cut here, this one na for front, this one wey dey here na for the back. So if you come dey cut now, say you wan cut this dress now, all your allowance, everything is here. So now if you wan cut, you go come follow here. This is for the back, you follow here, you follow here, cut, you follow here, you follow like this, you follow like this, cut. This is the back, you follow here, you follow everything like this, you follow am, cut am reach here. When you don cut am reach here, then if you wan transfer am for another book, another paper, you can transfer the same thing, you cut am there. Then after you don transfer the back, then to cut the front, you now trim the front own here. This excess wey dey here, this one, so that is the front. You now trim this front comot, and the neckline for the front, you now trim it comot. But if you wan make the back and the front be together, then you can just trim from here. The front and the back go be together. Okay, so if you wan cut now, you know as you take cut am, you carry your scissors follow the way here be, you just cut am follow am. So na like that. So I pray make this thing help you. So now from here to here na your armhole depth. The how many inches you use from here to here. For example, now say you use like 5, for example, say you use 5 inches for the armhole depth, or 6 inches you use from here to here for the child. Then this one na the one wey you use, for example, say na 5 you use from here to here, 5 inches to get the chest line. Okay, then if na 5 inches, you write it 5 inches. Then any allowance wey you add, if na 1 inch, if na 0.5 you add, if na 2 inches you add for the ease. And the sewing allowance, for example, now say you add 1 inch, for then you now put plus 1 inch. And the sewing allowance wey you, any sewing allowance, any ease allowance wey you add, if na 1.5, if na 1 inch, if na 0.5, you go add and join this 5 here. Now if na 1, for example, say you add anyone, I'll just using this one to explain. So this one na the one wey you use now from here to here, say na 5 inches to get your chest line. Okay, say na 5 inches you use. Anything wey you use at all, I'm just using this one to do example. So now after you don get this one, the chest is here. The ease allowance wey you use, add it, join am, you put here plus 1. For example, say na 1 you use, if na 2 you put plus whatever thing you use there. Then sewing allowance also plus again sewing allowance, any sewing allowance wey you use, you see add am to join am. For example, say you add ease allowance 1 inch, you add sewing allowance 1 inch, then you plus the 2. This is 5 plus 1, 6 plus 1 again, that is 7. Now this 7 now you go take cut your sleeve. Now ma just cut paper here. So I pray make you watch this video, make it dey helpful for you. So now after that one, now you fold your paper like this. You carry paper, you fold it, you fold your paper like this. Okay, when you fold your paper, you see get starting point. You see get starting point. I'm using one hand. So when you use starting point, this is the shoulder, this is the starting point. Abi, this sleeve now e dey unfold, you pay attention to it, e dey unfold. Wetin you go do for paper is the same thing wey you go do for cloth. So now you fold down, this side is unfold, this side dey open. Now you will now measure your cap height. Okay, that cap height is very important. You take your cap height from here to here, and to get your cap height, bust round, divide by 12. Divide by 12 plus 0.5 or plus 1. Okay, you can add 1 to it, you can add 0.5 to it. So anyone wey you want to work with, na see the same thing. So now maybe as you don divide your bust round, maybe your bust round na 20 or 30 or anything wey e be, you divide am by 12. The answer wey you get, you add 0.5 to it, or you add 1 inch to it. Then now you go measure for here. For example, say after you don do your calculation, you don add, e give you 3 or 3.5. You now measure from here to here, 3.5 mark. From here to here, 3.5. Then you now mark straight line like this. You now mark straight line like this. Okay? So after you don mark straight line, so all the answer wey you get, you know say na 7 inches now we need for our calculation. Na 7 inches. And make sure say this fold wey you get here, to get the fold, you add some inches to your answer to get the fold wey be say e go be enough for you. Okay? So now na 7 now we mark. You can make it like 10 or 11. Okay? To have space for here. So now, say I measure, I come mark am. I first mark the from here, from this side go, I come measure 5 inches. That is the depth when I use from here to here, 5 inches. For example, anything wey e be wey you use, do am like that. So I measure it. So the east allowance when I use 1 inch. Then from here to here, I mark 1 inch again. That is east allowance. The sewing allowance, any sewing allowance wey you add, for example, I add sewing allowance 1 inch. I will now add from here again to here 1 inch again. So all my everything don enter here. So you will come measure the sleeve length. From here to here, your sleeve length, okay? Sleeve length, you mark straight line like this. You see mark your sewing allowance. You add your sewing allowance. That is that. Now, your armhole, the sleeve opening, you measure. If na 4, you divide it by 2. Any sleeve opening, round sleeve opening wey you measure, then you divide it by 2. Round sleeve divide by 2. Divide by 2. You divide that by 2. Any answer wey you get, you measure it from here to here. You measure. Then you can add east allowance 0.5 or 1 inch, or you leave am like that. Then you add your sewing allowance. So now you connect. Everything wey you get here, now you go see bring down for the sewing allowance, for the down. You see, you connect it like this. Then this one, you connect it. You connect here like this. You dey see, using free hand. You dey see. So from here, for up here, you need to connect it. See the way I will connect it now. So, ma connect am. So from this place, you take it. I don't know. From this place, from this point here, you connect it to this point here. You now blend it here. Ma connect am now. So you see, now so they take the cut sleeve. You see the way it is. You see the way I take connect am. So you connect am from this starting point. You bring it down to this place. Then you blend it to your allowance. You see, so if you come the cut now, you cut follow here, follow your curve here. The way you take cover now there, you come cut am from here. You cut am. You cut it. You cut it like this. From here, you cut it. So this is your sleeve. And make sure that you measure wetin you get from here. You measure from here wetin you get. Wetin you get here, you measure it round. Follow it, measure it. Then you measure here whether e go respond. You measure it from here. You measure it. You see am? Measure. Make sure say wetin you get here, now you get for here. When you come dey fix am, e go match. you dey understand. E better to be excess than say e no reach wey you dey fix the sleeve. Okay, so ma cut it. So you see it, you see the way it is. The way you see take do this one, na so you see do adult own, na so you see do small pikin own. You see am, see the way e be. So see the sleeve, you see the sleeve, any length of the sleeve wey you want. You see am. If you wan see cut for the cloth, na so you see take place am cut. So if you dey fix, wey you fix this sleeve, make sure say e match here. Okay, e better be excess than say e no reach. Okay, so I pray make this one help you. Thank you.